Airbus aircraft put different parts in this cargo plane called Beluga, transported by, think about it when it comes to the whole world, large passenger plane Airbus A, 3 of his giants. Any airplane support. Transportation is impossible because there is no such thing as a house that has been built. If you can fit the ship inside, then the parts of a 38 made across Europe. How to get to the Boss Assembly Unit. Origin Airbus, a European aircraft manufacturing co. 1,000 ships each year. Delivering the lines. 3 ships will be counted for the day. 3 days and 3 days. They have to build new ships, which is an unbelievable challenge. How do these ships end up? It is a separate story. The various parts of these ships that corner the corners of Europe. I live in the city of France. How to get to Toulouse, where the Airbus. Main assembly unit has Airbus Logistics. The sea system of the earth and the sky mixed the world's most complex transport network. Its parts are made in separate countries of Europe, and then there is a beautiful place. The ship is not an ordinary task, but an ordinary one. Examples of decades of engineering and logistics. The result of the planning is 19. In the 60s, major European countries like France, Germany, Spain, and the UK together dream a new dream. American aircraft manufacturer Boeing. Their goal was to create an alliance. Who can build large commercial airplanes? All of this partnership. The biggest problem was Airbus's Yara production sites. Every site in Europe is spread across different countries. There's a special experience and a special one everywhere. The section is prepared, for example, Germany. Tail sections were built in Hamburg. There are central compartments and noses in the French Senate. Section wings in Bratton, England, while Spain. There's a Teal factory in the city of Cadz. When all these factories, I've got different parts of the ship ready now, starts a new challenge because the football field, the largest parts of France, they are sent to the city of Toulouse where the Airbus assembly. There is a unit. Demand for Airbus ships decreased in the beginning, so they used tricks and ships. Slow process was, and there were months of delivery. But when demand, then they waited for months. Then, especially when they are in trouble. 3 ships a day to solve this problem. Airbus has found a new and brilliant solution. The sound of a well found in the Arctic Ocean. It sounds like a song. It seems this well is called Beluga Well Nintendo, 94 in the Airbus. Inspired by the size of the well, he created a new plane and named it Beluga. This plane, purpose only and only for large and heavy ship parts. Transportation. There are properties in Beluga that are a common cargo plane. I didn't exist. Speaking of size and capacity, Beluga, 56 meters or 184 feet tall. That is even longer than the full length of an Olympic swimming pool. The height is 76 meters or 56 feet, which makes it a 7-story building. The higher the load, the more space inside it is. That inside one eddy to Suzuki. They can easily fit. Talking about the loading system, its most special feature is the nose section rises up like the bonnet of a car. The reason for this, loading of ship parts from. And the unloading work becomes very easy. Airbus A350 wing feet with length 32 meters have Beluga fuselage. I can easily fit this one. The value of the wing pair is 40 million euros, which is approximately 400,000 rupees, so a little bit of loading time. Then if they lose, they will lose. Because of it, every step is taken to protect them. Speaking of speed, part ships or trucks delivered to Toulouse in several months now. Beluga same parts in just 2 hours from the European side. And then the other side of the aisle. in the assembly line. There is no obstacle after this success. Airbus makes Beluga one of the best in thousands of fortnights. Also made version, which was named Beluga 40, it was even more. Ability to carry parts and major components. Everything was going well, but then 4,000 in the world. Largest passenger plane Airbus A380 launched its fuselage at point 4 meters high and wingspan fuselage to 16 up to the meters. Now the issue was that the Beluga XL, which cargo compartment height 7 point. It is 5 meters, so it has the fuse of Airbus A380. Lasvik can come nor his wings in here. Let me tell you that the fuselage, which is a cylinder, as it happens, create and combine it into separate sections. It is easy, while the wings are made in one piece. There are also fuel tanks inside and hydraulic lines, and it's the most stressful wing, so it's one. It is created in peace. No structural vacancies and fuel tank leakage. This new 3T components from different parts of Europe. Airbus to send tools first. Also considered making Beluga 40 here a lot. All the problems were won, and then they became Beluga again. We had to design and enhance the engine capacity, in which billions of euros would be spent, while Airbus A3E is so much. Every airline operates it. He couldn't do it because his demand was low enough. So just a few aircraft to transport. Just drop the Beluga 40 idea. Now a new way to Airbus. I wanted to start here. The sea and the land flow through the sea. The story of Super Bowl Airbus in particular. Roll on, roll off? We've shipped so that large and heavy parts are easy. You can transport it with the help of whales. Loading and unloading. Then they say roll on, roll off, or row, row, row ships. It has a ship named City of Hamburg, which is 126 meters long and 20 meters wide, and it's cargo space Beluga XL, 5 times more than Germany. Large sections of Airbus from Hamburg port, straight ship on rolling platforms. They don't even need to go inside. This ship is from Hamburg, France. 1,600 kilometers to St. Sarkber. The journey is not easy because storm in North Sea and waves up to 5 meters high. It is very common and think if the reason for the shake in the sea, then the whole company will come again. The ship has to be built. The captain and crew are loaded every 4 hours. Check chains and a camera faucet 4. 7 keeps an eye on the cargo so that not a child of France. And then he comes to a stop, and then they were taken out of the woods and made to stand there. It is loaded onto barges. Barges parts via Garonne River to Bordeaux, France. They will be taken, and the greatest will come. Challenged because Ponty and Garonne River. There are feet of bridges that are quite small. The 500-meter-long bridge was constructed in the year 1810, whose aches were one size. No, only 8 of these climbs to number 919. Meters are where the bar passes through. It can, but only by a few inches on either side. There is a gap, and the problem of climbing is, depending on the water level of the height of the Achais when resolved, doing the foreign. This part of the river is of course 60 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean. The water is still in it. Depends on ocean tides normal. The water level is high and it is not possible to pass through these barges. But every 12 hours the captain only. There is a 3-minute window of opportunity when the tide is low. If they do, then they will be destroyed. The whole thing will last for 12 hours, and the entire schedule of the Airbus is deleted. Adjustable plate in barges to solve this problem. Then they were thrown into the woods so that they might. There is no difficulty in passing through the arches. It was a small part of the logistics, but it was very important even when you were in the ocean. And about river travel, I go now walk towards land travel because Bordeaux, from Toulouse now, the journey is about 2 miles away. 50 meters long, every truck from Supertruck. I have a 6.5 horsepower engine and 96 wells are fitted with Airbus. Parts to Toulouse assembly unit. These are delivered in Supertrucks. The work is no less than a challenge to reduce traffic on the roads because the whole canvas is only at night. It is run at night. Highways and city streets were closed. 40 people, a team of police escort cars, and the engineers joined the convoy. The most challenging part of this well, they rounded them up in small towns. And from a narrow corner there is a wing that is 15. From the back of the truck to the meters. The lamps hang from the trees and the roofs. The centimeters only go away when it finally parts. Tools assembly units arrive, so high-tech here. Systems. Then they will be assembled within a few hours. A 380, the world's largest passenger plane. And then he turned his back on the Nintendo DS. More. Reverts are used in more than 4,000 reverts. Electronics engines and connecting wings with fuselage. Interiors or paint kebab ship now perfect for delivery. Gets ready to complete in a 30T. There are different parts. It takes about 9 months for transportation and assembly. To date, only 251 units of Airbus A380 because they were created. It's not a surprise that every airline operates. 50% of these units alone. Emergency airlines have it 50 on this plane. Passengers can travel together, take off. That's about 5,000. As many as 300 SUVs combined, then the price is a 3-4. 45 million. It's $38,000. Long, second, 3 at this price, you can buy 5 aircraft. Next time you know air, you're going to travel, you know. This ship will be teamwork with what enthusiasm and dedication. It was created and then how he was transported with danger.